Hey, I was called to come and do this reading. I was gonna go do some other things and then come back and do a reading, but then I got this download and I was like, okay, let me just start doing them when I'm called to versus always kind of like sitting on a this is to do with the fact of like how this karma or how this blowback or how things are, hitting people from the past. This could be like someone like from 10 years ago that lied and said that, when egged your car or something and said that you were sleeping with their, their woman or their man or something. It is now hitting them back in harder ways that they can imagine. And things that like weren't true, right? But there's also a sense of the reality too for people where it's like they're just bold-faced lying, or that their worst fear became their nightmare. I mean, like became their reality, right? In some instances, it's like some people accuse people of things and then that person ended up going over to where, you know what I mean? Because I've heard of that kind of stuff happening. So those were the kinds of understandings, like people were just wrong for what they were saying. But there's also a precautionary tell here in that like your worst fears, like you create your fears to in you manifest your fears, right? That's what you can do. You can manifest your fears by having them as fears. Like right now for the collective, our biggest fear is these people won't learn their lessons and they'll, end up, putting themselves in not that these things are already, couldn't be detrimental to, life as they exist now. But what I'm understanding for this particular person, like this person lied about your character and, tried to expose you, but in reality, it's like they were exposing themselves, but they didn't realize it back then. But you never had a relationship with their person, right? But they may have just said that you did, right? They cooked up the story, for instance, right? And turns out later, after the person had left their person, then they communicated with you and got together. So, like, there's all kinds of stories coming out the woodwork. This could be stories from, like, I don't know, however long. This could be something that happened, you know, 15, 20, 22 years, just depending on how old you are, how young you are, 6 years, 10, whatever. But the reality of the matter is such that the blowback, like for instance, if it was somebody that said that you were cheating with their spouse and you weren't, what's happening now is the new spouse that they got, this is a direct download, the new spouse that they got, that new spouse is actually turning out to be a cheater too. So it's not like they picked a new person, they just picked a new person. Like they didn't pick a new type of person. They didn't take the time to, regulate and learn their lessons. They just wanted to be the next one in a relationship. And they did that. They got in one and it hasn't been good or like fun or, it's what I'm understanding. Like their relationship hasn't been, very good at all. Oh, wow. Yeah. There's a lot of cheating and stuff like that going on here. Ooh, and lying. Dang. Ooh, which is bringing up a lot of bad health, like mental instabilities, is what I'm understanding. So in the relationship, there's probably a lot of toxicity for these people. Okay. So that's one scenario. I'm getting like I'm supposed to do a little bit on each because there's a bunch of different people that are in this scenario. Like if you think back, there are other people. Okay. This has something to do with the workplace, is what I'm understanding. This next information that I'm about to pull out. So in the workplace, yeah. Okay. Everybody that was in the workplace with you that was behind your back right now is drowning. They're completely drowning. Any past people that were in a workplace and went against you or were negative towards you, etc., they are drowning right now. They're overextended. They're hitting rock bottom. They're in over their head, a lot of them. So these are the individuals that we're hearing about have racked up this debt, thinking that the money was going to come in the same way forever and not really having a backup plan and just spending and agreeing to debt and things like that in like major ways. I'm hearing hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt. Some people, this is on the million scale. Like people are in debts for like hundreds of millions on deals. Yeah. And they're having this fresh mindset now about how they should have been different towards you. Like they should have handled things differently. They should have had this, they should have been able to have this fresh mindset and be able to see this liar for who they were, whoever this lying energy is. Okay. Whoever these lying energies are. Let's just put it that way. Yeah. Okay. Let's just put it that way. um, okay. And ultimately it's been a challenge, it looks like, for them right now with their health. Like finding out, like, and what I'm understanding is like maybe some word went through the grapevine at some point about maybe a family member of yours having a health ailment or something like that. And when they heard about it, people would badmouth you and saying, oh, well, I don't care what happens to that person or this person's people and blah, 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 blah. So essentially, by them challenging the health, is what I'm understanding, of people that are close to you and around you, and like being so insensitive to the fact that like we're all human beings, like even if this person did do something wrong to you, like your capability and your strength lies in being able to move on from it, right? Not from being, an evil. It's the understanding is to become cool, not cold, right? To not become an angry, bitter type of person, but become someone who responds, in a cool way, not cold, right? This is that energy. So, like, challenging that is like they're also seeing how that's playing out in spaces where they're going to need it right now. Oh, crud. Because if some of these people are losing their relationships, yeah, like, it's like one of those things where it's like now their new children are older, and not older, and like their children are like, when this happened, they didn't have, you know, any children that were still in at home. And now that like they're, I don't know, something about like the first set of children are out of the home, but the new set of children with them that they made together, them and their spouse or whatever, those children are still at home, but they're having some instabilities with financial stability because of this marriage breaking up. Because now the courts are different, prices have changed, everything has changed, right? Oh, wow. So the economy. So there's all these natural disasters, is what I'm understanding too. Where's that deck? There's all these natural disasters too that are happening that are causing these people to drown. Yeah. Ooh, see, they were in fear of your this. Look, what I just said. They were in fear of your eternal love. Look, and that's going to be justice because they were so in fear of it. Like, it's the goal. So with collective, it's like you're in fear of them not figuring this out and learning their lesson and figuring out like how to heal and move on with their lives. Yep, they're drowning. They were drowning in this emotional roller coaster. Like they were in and out the water. Sounds like, like that. What's that kind of thing that they do with people where you see it in those movies where there's like a spy or somebody gets caught, you know, by enemies or whatever, being in their stuff, and they do that water where they put something over your head, but then they pour water over your face, and you're like in hell and all. Like, it's like that kind of water torture. I think that's what it's called, water torture. Yeah, they're scared now because they know that they lied. They know that whoever was the liar's been found out. Basically, they know screw too long. They it went too long. And see, that's also the part of it that people don't realize too. Like, some of these people held on to the secrets of that. Oh, I found out it wasn't this person, but they never told the people around them. Ooh. Okay, so because I was wondering, well, what did these friends have to do with it? Because I kept getting the energy like, yeah, they're friends too, they're friends too. And I was like, well, what do the friends have to do with it? You know, but what I'm understanding is going back to this health part. Oh, dang, Gina. Okay, so it's going back to this health part, the same way it's affecting the family members that they were, maybe said something about. It's also affecting the friends. So the friends, they never went back and told their friends, like, if this is something that happened 10 years ago and somebody was wrong about you dating their spouse, and then their worst fear became a reality, right? And so it looked like it to everybody, but everybody didn't know the truth, right? However, these friends got on board and went with it. And whoever this was that told the lie initially never corrected it, never corrected the truth. They just lived with the lie, just hoping that no one would ever find out. And some people at this point thinking they never would. So that's what's going to bring bad health to these friendships too. It's because people are going to find out, like, it's going to be something, or the friends are like, there's going to be something there. Maybe this person confided in their husband or whoever, the cheater that they married. Oh my gosh, that's what I'm hearing right now. Like, she pillow talked with her husband about like how she found out about it, but she was like, it doesn't matter because I'm happier with you. She spun this whole story, I guess, like, about it. But it's like, he should have seen that she was, well, maybe he did, and that's why he was just like comfortable marrying her. Maybe he did see that she was drama filled. But essentially, like, whatever he knows is going to help other people get out of their head. Like, essentially, that's like the goal is whatever's happening by her losing the security and This divorce that's happening. See, I can't make it up. This is just a set of cards that are just sitting out here. Spirit said, you already know. Yeah, because of what they put where this long-standing lie is what I keep hearing. This long-standing lie. When that person found out the truth, they should have at least cleared their name with your friends, because their friends were your friends, or their friends were, like, I don't know, maybe even related to, like, your, I don't know, related to, I don't know, related to their kids or something like that. I don't know. But at the end of the day, they should have cleared it up, right? It's one thing to pillow talk, but then it's another thing to leave a lie swirling out there and then continue to chime on in it after over years. Like whenever they get together for like kids' birthday parties and barbecues or whatever, this person doesn't hesitate to like continue to chime in about stuff too. Like this person, that's the illusion that they're in, and that's why things are hitting them all like they are. Okay. Because I was like, well, why are things hitting them now? Like it's so long gone. Like, let's wander under the bridge to the collective. Like we said, we just hope that people stop doing stuff against us, because it's not going to be good. Like whatever people cultivate, and if they were guided to cultivate, it's like, well, you should learn your lesson about letting people guide you to do things. Didn't your mama teach you? Like, not to hang out with bullies. That's trash energy. Didn't you know no good? Don't you know no good? Being with trash, your hair, you gonna stink. I'm just saying, that's the reality of it, right? Maybe the people are learning that, or they're about to, or they're learning that. What I'm understanding is they're learning that. Wow, it's hitting, and they're wondering why things hit. People are looking like, well, why is this going on? We thought you, and when you left so and so, because he was, cheating with so and so, that you was in the right. Like how could your yeah? People are starting to dig a little deeper and think about what was this really built on. He knew her secret. So he knew that she was in the wrong, and that she probably just treated a good husband wrong. And as a result, that man left that relationship unhealed and hurt and harmed, etc. Oh, see? See? It do be bad women out here. I ain't even going front on you. These women be just as toxic as these men. It's all about the difference between the vibrations. If you want to be like, like in this dirty energy where you don't feel good about the things that you do. I'm hearing she was trying to cover up one of those children of his. Dang. Ooh. Shut your face. It's always the last one, too. I'm sorry. Somebody's dirt is coming out today. I don't know. This is somebody. Ooh-wee. Glad Anyway. Yeah. Now what's happening is this person, now they're saying something about like this husband was just a workaholic. But really the husband energy is confessing like, no, this person, and I guess they're going through divorce court now. It's like, no, this person wouldn't let me come up for air, and this is why. So what's this hidden element? Oh my gosh. Maybe some type of obsession. Maybe some type of obsession with you, collective. This is weird that I'm getting this. Because it's like, I don't know. It's an obsession, but it's like, this is this is somebody that like you're not even connected to. And it's a feminine energy in a whole marriage with another guy that's not has anything to do with you, right? Oh my gosh. This person is realizing that their wife is obsessed with you. That this wife has been a part of this cyberbullying. This goes back so far. This is so sad that people have set in this energy like this. Like maybe they feel like you're the reason why, like it's because I thought you were messing with him. And it's like, what? Who was thinking this? Can we just hold the train for a second on what the thought was? But who's thinking it? You thought that your husband was cheating with this woman, so you spread the rumor, and then your husband left you for whatever reasons y'all had. He ended up getting in contact with this woman. And then you just let the rumor lie, even though you knew it wasn't true. Like you found out at some point, Like, I don't know, maybe this person went back to their wife and, maybe this person did leave their wife and then eventually went back to them and told them, like, yeah, no, I never cheated with her. It was only when I had left that I actually dealt with her. I didn't mess around. Like, so maybe that's how the person found out. So this person had known that, but she was never, I don't know, he felt some kind of way about her too, because he heard about what she was doing. So he always kind of like treated her funny, and she always suspected that first husband of cheating on her. And so she never dealt with the issues of like her own insecurities. I guess her mother and father have issues. Whoever is the better looking one in her family, maybe it's the mother. The mother cheated. Maybe the mother's not the same race as the father, and she cheated on the husband, the father, who's black. I'm getting, because I'm seeing black right here on the card too. So this person's mother cheated on their father. And she did the same thing because she thought her husband was cheating. Or because her husband had cheated. Like, I don't know, maybe he had been caught in previous instances. And so she decided it was, her fair share of justice. It's just where she caught the collector's name up. Dang. This could be so long and old. That's the thing about it. Wow. Okay. All right, there's another story. Collective. Okay, who is this about? Okay, spirits are just going to take the cards up and just start with different decks. Okay, and do different people because there's several people in this energy. All right. All right. Should have more than enough decks to get this now. This may be about a family betrayal. So this next part is about your family members that have betrayed you, whether it was a sister, a cousin, an auntie, a mama. There was a download that I got about like 3 different aunts or aunts, however you say it, but 3 different ones of them, and they had all, I don't know. You got to look at the dynamics for yourself. But I found like an instance where it's something to do with like their faith. So they may be Seventh-day Adventist or Jehovah's Witness or like Catholic Christian, like very strict Christian. So it's something about that. Maybe they were told you weren't clear on your sexuality. Huh. Maybe that was the betrayal here. Okay. All right. So there was a rumor. How do rumors get started? There was a rumor about that. That's a rumor, I guess, that's been going around that you were into a feminine energy. Yep, that you were into same sex relationships, and that was not true. That was just something that they engineered. It was just another way to try to paint a ugly picture and like maybe help people to get into their ego or hurt your ego, maybe, if that rumor had been spread about you. Well, like only reason why someone's ego would be hurt is if it were true. So that's where they failed at, is what I'm understanding. Like, you can't have your ego about something that's not something that you hold, you know what I mean, to be true. Or feel some kind of way about. Like, you can't feel some way about a lie other than that you don't like it and it's not true. You can have other emotions that come through, right? Like angry, frustrated, all that. But if you don't live in those spaces, I don't know. People let their emotions run away from them, is what I understand. Maybe this is some type of something that some athlete energy spread as a rumor. So maybe that's who this is about. Maybe that's the confession here. Maybe that's what's being confessed. That's the rumor that this person spread, because it says influencer here. Okay. This is funny. They were envious. This person was also trying to challenge you. I wonder like why people be in that energy. Like, challenge. Like, for what now? Because you think in your head what? It's in your head. It's not a reality. And the only thing that ends up making it a reality or look like a reality to these people for a short period of time is because they fear it, right? So this person is facing a lot of challenges right now because they're maybe realizing saying that about you is wrong. Maybe they were also stalking you, and this is a way that they felt like they could, cock block you. Okay, this is stupid. This whole table feels real dumb to me today. Like, I have to wash this table. I'm gonna take everything off. I'm looking around my table. Sorry, I'm taking inventory. Like, I need to take every single thing off the table. Because this whole table is like the fact that it goes so far back and it's been so many indiscretions and people have never just even come to you. Like they'd rather go to their person instead of just coming directly to you. And you're maybe the type of person that goes and says, hey, like, hey, somebody said this. I heard them. I didn't think that either. Yeah. I'm sorry. Oh gosh. Okay, so this is now whoever this is might have thought that they could like convince you to come party or hang out with them or celebrate with them or something like that. Maybe maybe they told everybody like, yeah, don't worry. Oh, so maybe this person said that they were gonna. Oh, okay, so maybe this person was like in their ego told people that on their birthday that you would show up at their party or something like that. He was on some old, what's that guy name? Future type energy. So he might have been trying, whoever this is might have been trying to set you up, collective, to kind of look like Gorgeous Doll, where she shows up at the party, you know what I mean? With her child, or her sister or something like that. And then you show, the other person shows up with, it was some of that kind of energy with another feminine energy. But she wasn't even interested in like him. This person probably was blocked. This is so sad. Maybe there's a boss energy that also blocked this energy type of scenario too, where somebody was like, come to my party. Oh gosh, you did fall for the okie doke. Oh gosh, that's too funny. And if this person is not an athlete, then they just have a good body. That's what I'm hearing. For the masculine energies, yeah. See, look, yes, popped out. So for the masculine energies, switch it. And then some things you just have to flip. Like, okay, it's not an athlete. It's just somebody with a good body. For some of you feminine energies, that could be the thing too. They could just be somebody who work out. They don't necessarily have to be an athlete, right? Yeah. And so, somebody that thought they knew you, or maybe that you did do with, maybe the do was good. It is, right? It's you. Oh goodness gracious. Something about that. So I'm gonna pick up a different deck of cards. Okay, I think I'm gonna get into another one because it looks like whoever this is, like maybe they caught something. I don't know if it's a legal case. Something happened because of you and this other person, like whoever you're going to be with, like you and your person are so unbothered people. Yeah. You're just instincts. Yeah. Because the boss daddy came out. Yeah. You guys keep ignoring whatever anybody. I don't know. Yeah. You guys are. Yeah. It says unbothered card came out entirely too many times. So yeah, you're too unbothered. Yeah. To be worried about anybody spying on you or anything like that. Okay. So that's where that energy lies. Okay. But out here it goes way back. Like people is getting, I don't know, some teeth knocked out. Listen, if you pay for somebody's teeth, you pay for somebody's veneers. I don't know. That's what I'm hearing. If you pay for somebody's veneers, or you know that some money that you gave somebody paid for their veneers, or somebody got a nose job with some money that you gave them, or something like that. I don't know. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing like, or if you know this person that have gotten that type of work done, is also what I'm hearing. And this could just be like an actual like slip and fall, like leaving a club. You know what happens when feminine energies be leaving the club and they be having on some heels and they have to step over something and they drank too much, or you see, I saw a man fall into the bushes that came up on my short. Him and his wife was loaded and they was on vacation. They was on that honeymoon energy and he fell right into the bushes and she it was funny though because it happened so slow. But anyway, that's what I'm hearing too about this, like the slowness of it, like the stuff coming back the way it is. so long ago. Cause like the person I'm thinking about, like that I got the download about in my scenario, it was like so long ago that it's like I don't even care about that. Like that person should not be holding on to something about me. But it's because they never told the truth. Anyway, this is about a lot of people who lied. Yeah, a lot of people who got themselves in these situations. Look, the kite who just kind of like let things, get tangled. They were reminded, they had those moments of like being acknowledging of opportunities where they even saw you in in this pretty energy, so looking your best and feeling your best and stuff, and they knew they could have, that was a good moment or opportunity for them to come in and to even say that. Because I'm hearing like if this is as far back as what I got the download about, how far back was that? Oh gosh, 19 years ago, 20 years ago. So this could literally be like people holding grudges from like elementary school, guys. Don't even trip though. Like there could be people out there like that. Like some people do hold grudges like that. Not grudges in like, like I'm watching you, stalking you. That's the energy of these people. They watch and stalk. I guess that's why that came up in my rumors reading so heavily, because I was like, where is this energy coming from? It wasn't in my notes to communicate about people watching, going to your page. So maybe there's, some reality in that for people. They thought, yeah, the travel and the journey, they're going to have to get on this journey now. This journey towards wisdom and enduring things and trying to survive and, be of service and can maintain their own self sufficiency and conserve, their energy in the best ways, but be able to do all of that. Like that takes a lot of stamina. It's like the, ooh, that's funny because someone called me big back in the comments in my live reading the other day. And I was laughing because I was like, if you mean that my back can handle a lot, yeah, I already went through this journey. That's why I said that. If anybody was wondering, there'd be people in the comments talking mess. And I don't know if the comments come back up from the lives. They don't always reappear. But yeah, these people have reminders over the course of time is what I'm understanding. Like there were opportunities. It's like some of these people even saw 3 opportunities because of how hard they were watching you, that they felt like they should have just went in and told you the truth and got it off their chest, and that could have changed everything. But they didn't. And they didn't know what everything was, so that's maybe what made them hesitant to do it. You understand what I'm saying? Like they don't necessarily know how them living with this lie about you out here and like continuing to communicate things negatively about you or reiterate the negative lie in, I'm hearing like family situations where they go out with their kids, birthdays, parties and barbecues and stuff like that in the summer. Like they're sitting around gossiping about you and none of them have any connection with you again, but they're gossiping about you and just like bringing up the old dirt. I guess they call everybody that they feel is nasty or like a harlot kind of energy. They call them by your name. They call them, the collective. So anybody that they see that looks attractive is what I'm hearing. That looks like this in this lollipop energy. That's like something good and positive, a sweet treat, exciting, excellent opportunity. They see that type of energy and they call it your name. This is the info. This is the inside research. This is what be happening while they sitting in their lounge chairs. Maybe their kids play different sports together. And so they've done this for years while their kids were getting together playing these sports or whatever is what I'm hearing. They would just keep talking about you and none of these people talk to you. So that's what confuses me. It's like, how are people talking about somebody when it seems like these are all people that you don't have a connection with? There's no connection from other people towards. Again, it's old. It's Mercury retrograde, right? These are all hangups. Other people have communication issues, people having to review. This is people reviewing their mindset towards you based on the awakening that we see happening. Because I can't even front. I'm seeing it on so many levels. Like I'm seeing that people really are being checked in their mindset. Like, was you really out here thinking like this about somebody? Maybe because when you think about it and you talk about it, right? Yeah. And then maybe there's some screenshots. People maybe went back and looked at some of your old photos or like scrolled through your stuff to see. is what I'm getting here from this, like moving on screenshots. It's like if this person was worried about you, then why, this, and this. I don't know. That's what I'm getting here in some of these scenarios. Like for real though, like you feel threatened, but why are it's actually you. You're threatening. You're the threatening energy because you're over here on this person's page, taking what they say without you in mind to heart. So there you have people that are going to your page, your social media, and taking what you say. It could just be as tiny as like, I don't know, whatever you title on your photos, whatever the caption is on your photos, whatever songs you play. You could play something great. You know what I mean? You could play something without, words. I don't know. And they gonna make some up to it. I'm just saying. That's the type of energy these people are on. That's so sad that people feel the need to watch another person. Ooh. Yeah, they're realizing now that that's got them really like in this. That's going to have this has all these people depressed now. Because what I'm understanding is like whatever had to happen has already happened for these people to realize that they need to take this journey and, they got a lot of weight on their back. And it's not just because of you. It's like, imagine who else they said. They got names for other people too, right? They sit up and talk about, yeah, all these things that they did to try to, put this bad reputation on you. And again, the friends don't know. Some of these people's friends and family members don't know the truth. So that's how they really messed up. That's what's going to like sever is what I keep hearing. It's going to sever because a lot of these family members are seeking like knowledge about things. They're going to want to know like where have I been misled? Because if nothing less, if people aren't doing anything less than on their spiritual journey, they're trying to understand where they've been misled. That's why the thumbnail. Okay. This is moving into a different reading now. This is moving into a reading where it shows, I might have to change the thumbnail on this. It shows, ooh. That's also a thing too. So maybe someone had spread, all of these things saying about like love affairs that you maybe were having with people, and that created a child or something. Because that is literally right here. Like, oh yeah, you had this love affair with this person and you created this child, and it's like, no, anybody that you got together with, they were not with their person. Maybe that's why this new lover is coming in, because this lover sat quietly over to the side and it looks like a love, romance, reproduction, infinity. So like it will last for eternity. Like it's something that you've watched grow and build over the course of life. And know this is not like, can't explain it. This is not some like reformed player energy that you used to deal with. No bad cycles. Those are the energies that actually threaten, your actual good energy is what I keep being told to say. So, all right. So who is this now? All right. Wow. Okay, so this new set of energy and information has something to do with a barber. Okay. Who maybe even works as an animal shaman in the background. Wow, things are getting shook up over there. This person is finding themselves broke right now. So their business is not getting any business. Maybe because of all the work that they did, this animal shaman work, they were having like all these fake smiles, lying to people, telling them, no, things are good, things are good, things are good. It was something about something to do with some finances they were waiting to get that never came. And they just kept these fake smiles about it. They didn't care. Like they thought that they could like play out the situation or, I don't know, escape, leave town is the energy that I'm hearing. But whomever they wanted to go be with, like, I don't know, there was something they had to do. It was like they had to get themselves, they had to get you to open up your heart to them. They had to get you to like either unblock them or talk to them or hear about what they got themselves caught up in. And the fact that you're resistant to, anybody coming and telling you, anything, pretty much, you're not interested in it, It's like, what do I want to, hear all these stories for? A lot of people want to come in and paint a picture back to you and like mimic or remind you of something, create a memory, and see if they can attach, a heartstring to that. Yep. Yep. This might be for Boss Daddy too, even. Yeah. Okay, maybe they're trying to, whoever this is too, is putting on these fake smiles because whomever you're with, they know that that person is nurturing and is really pouring into you. They could tell maybe you're singing a lot around them or, something like that. They could tell maybe by the music that you had on when you, I don't know, when you was around them or something like that. Also because they know you him. They know that you him. You hardworking. You built a lot of stuff. You're a good provider. You're respected. You can pull any woman. You're a sweet sensation. Sweet Willie. Yeah, that's the energy I'm getting here. Yeah. So maybe that was the energy that had like this, wild idea, this genius idea to maybe kind of spy on you or your person or like see if they could give assistance. So whomever this barber animal shaman was helpful in the um attempts to try to cause issues that would deter you. So where you found out like that things weren't true or that like the things communicated about your person weren't true. This is about for some boss daddy, about some feminine energy that you with. The people that I don't know, there's something about these spies, like their genius plan or something like that. Like it didn't turn out to be genius, is what I'm understanding. Yeah, they didn't have the intellect. They were just kind of making up things, is what I'm understanding. But in the background, Boss Daddy was actually, smart enough to know better than to just, I don't know, like to just leave one man attending to things. I don't know. That's what I heard. Oh yeah, that's the bees energy. It's kind of giving queen bee, but you know how the bees go out and the queen sits in? And it's kind of giving that scenario with respect to like the number of people that they had on their side, this boss daddy energy. So now whomever this was that was creating this stuff or whoever manifested this or spoke this up or created this lie up, they've actually now gotten themselves hooked with some legal issues. Yeah, they were trying to maybe, whoever this is was maybe trying to manifest a date night with divine masculine. With the divine masculine and who? Or is it divine feminine? I'm getting it's divine masculine. Oh, with divine masculine and whomever it is that's hooked on him right now who has these legal issues. Okay. Someone has some legal issues. May even be because of like, I don't know, this animal shaman work backfiring probably. Ooh, yeah. Maybe if you have a pet or if you're in like this turtle energies, or maybe if you just like turtles or seen a turtle recently or something like that. Maybe that's how it felt. It's like turtle time, like very slow to you. But that's also an energy that you've learned how to embody too, that where you feel at home anywhere, you have this emotional strength and you remain true to your path. Yeah, so there's this turtle energy that made you resilient, maybe even in through any type of like legal issues that people try to put against you. Yeah, yeah. Maybe even there's someone crying over you that you had to divorce. I don't know, that you're ignoring because you didn't want to get involved in like any sticky situations. I feel like it just with drama too, because I know even somebody like coming at me funny and like just drama. You know what it is? Drama, it drains me. Like, I can't even do that with you. Like, what are you coming over here with that for? Like, yeah, it leaves me very puzzled. Like, when people, like, why are you coming with drama? Like, who does that? Why are you, what? You thought in your head. Again, that's how what these energies are. All these people, they had a thought in their own head. It was a lie. They ran with the lie, the thought in their head, whatever it was that they made up, and they did bad things. They acted negatively toward you. Yeah, and they never gave an apology. That's the part. That's why this chaos is coming. I can't explain it any further. People are wondering what chaos, what manifestation, what this, what that. They trying to backtrack it. They trying to send good energy towards something to try to switch it up. And what's funny is I don't know how, but the word "win" came out uh, and fell, and I feel like it was trying to spell "you win" because it has the Y. The only thing that's missing is the U. Maybe that's the thing too. Like, you're missing. Like, I didn't even realize that until just now. I didn't. My eyes weren't open, so to speak. But realistically, like, yeah, this watching, this gossip, this stalking, this slander. Yeah, now people are looking deeper into, like, oh, maybe even some hidden accounts or some accounts that, like, other people tried to say, like, yeah, this is so and so, and that's me and this person communicating back and forth. Like, people are starting to realize, like, that was never them. Oh my gosh, is that a new thing? What is this vendor? Maybe even somebody told them, like, gave them a bad reading, is what I'm hearing. Somebody gave somebody a bad reading. Somebody got a reading from somebody and it was all fake, all wrong. Oh my God. Maybe even telling somebody else that, like, you were on a date night and this and that. I don't know. But that's what I see here. Oh my gosh. That's what got somebody, whoever this is about, whoever these legal issues or whatever this is, this fake smile, whoever this is, this non-genius, that person hired someone and that person gave them a fake reading, or this person was hired to give somebody a fake reading. I don't know. But that's exactly what that's exactly what I'm seeing here. And that's probably also a part, like, they know that's why they're hooked too, is because they tried to do, like, it's one, okay. So love spells don't work unless both people love each other. That's number one. Okay. And are willing to, move forward in that capacity. So that's number one. You can't use them unless the love is true. It's only to strengthen bonds. It's not to create ones where they don't exist. So no matter what, I don't know. It's just how it works. But anyway, in addition to that, the purchasing of this spell work or these readings, whatever is what's got them legally caught up in some other stuff. Because it's kind of like maybe whomever this is that does this, like, these bad, like, who gets paid to do these bad readings or whatever this is, this person's legal stuff is because of, like, I don't know. It's just basically like everybody involved with somebody that was just like them. So there's a bunch of criminals running around doing criminal things with other criminals, and now it's being put together as the RICO. I don't know how else to explain it. So it's like, even in instances where they weren't involved in things, they are being put in it. This is the sticky situation. Even in things where they weren't involved in it, and you don't deal with any of these people. This is so weird. These people are really going through it. This is wild. Whomever this, okay. So we're about to know about this chaos, I guess, that's coming towards whomever this, wow, this reader is. Because in reality, okay, so what I was understanding, I went through and I was looking just on my religion versus spirituality, and I was like, well, do all the religions believe in an eye for an eye? Because Christians believe in that, right? So essentially, where someone did something, you should be allowed, as Christians, to go back and do something to them, right? I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, that's the reality of that religion, right? If they say that they're religious people and they uphold the Bible and this, that, and the other, and or however they get down, like, either way it goes. Or if they say they're not, if they say they believe in all this dark stuff, okay, well, then you understand that we can come back for you, right? The only to the best of my knowledge, the only religion that they actually have that understanding where like it's a no is in Buddhism. They don't have an eye for an eye. And I also looked up truth because they all believe in the truth, right? And Buddhism doesn't, or something. There was one, or I don't know if it was Hinduism, but there was one that didn't believe in the truth. And it was like, oh no, we believe in what's reality. So in reality, if the person never did it, AKA the truth, right? If these are all just lies, right? So no matter what anybody believes, they did wrong. They deserve to be in this stressed out energy, is what I'm understanding. These migraines, yeah, worried, having all this chaos, realizing how much they tried to force things on you, whether it was just the way they wanted to view you, who they wanted to view you as, because they see other people and sit around and talk about those people that they do not know that may have a hat on. It may just be so much as like a red button down shirt with some blue jean shorts. They may just assume that everybody wearing that. You know what I mean? It's that kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's kind of like it's trying to put something on the label on somebody that does not matter. Okay, maybe this next part is about an air sign. Yeah, maybe this is something like maybe this is where some air sign was puzzled or something like that. Maybe they weren't shining or something, and they weren't moving, and they weren't able to dust it off. They weren't able to see that this worker wasn't in the upright, because I'm getting this diviner in the reverse. Dang, this really is about this okay, all right, okay. So they have to what I'm understanding is everybody just has to, like, I don't know, these are my confessions. It just feels like it's really stressing people out that they have to confess this, because they like, or they don't, like, they don't have to, but they know they should. It will help them, but they may not do it. But in reality, a part of the piece of the reason is because they don't know what it's going to release. Like this download that I got was, this person didn't know that if she didn't go and do XYZ by this time. So baby. Okay, so let's say this person said that you got pregnant and you were cheating with her husband, but in reality, her husband had already left her and then started a relationship with you, and so it was a lie, right? She may have caught on to somebody else that he was cheating with, or just had caught on to the fact that he still had something for you. Maybe she caught him looking at your pictures. That could be one of the things, or something like this. But this could have been like forever ago. Like, I'm getting like MySpace old. Okay, but anyway, um. However far back this goes, this person should have done something. Like I'm saying, for the person who is MySpace old, and like they should have been like told the truth, like, oh yeah, I found out that, like, they could have just blurted out like, oh yeah, I found out they weren't actually together until we had actually split up. And then everybody been like, oh, okay. I don't think anybody would have, it would have been that person's truth. Like, it would just been that. But now it's kind of like become the truth of everybody else. And they've been spreading this lie. So now they're guilty because they believed a lie. And they feel like they should be out of it. Like, they shouldn't have. They're puzzled. They're puzzled. They're like, well, how come I'm not, in this unfazed energy? How come it is affecting, because nobody chose to investigate. Yeah, there's some energy. Okay, so this next part is about you not being a gold digger. Goodness gracious. These people just. So the reason why this is happening so late in the game or whatever. Oh, Spirit said, get that not the. Okay. Okay. All right. So what I'm understanding is this might have just been extra gossip, like whipped cream and cherry on top. You was already the cupcake, right? So this is whipped cream and cherry on the top. This is people who spread the rumor that you were a gold digger, right? And that's the reason that you wouldn't reject whomever it is that you're either in a relationship with or getting into a relationship with soon. That's why you wouldn't reject their offer, right? Hmm. Because then it would make you look like you weren't played out, right? And you wouldn't be in this gray, murky type of energy or whatever, right? But come to find out, you were not fake flexing. You don't need anybody to stand on your own 2 feet. Okay. This is a lot of people so far. Every time I pull these cards up, you guys, it's going into a new energy. I hope you are catching that. Yeah, if you were puzzled, like, what's going on? Yeah, this is a lot of people that you don't even care about. Look, someone else. This is a lot of different people. So every time I pull these cards up, it's a new person. Look, chat, open to chat, communication. But maybe this is also also a message to this gold person who is actually a gold digger, is what I'm understanding. But that said that you were a gold digger. That's come to find out you weren't. But like, yeah, that this person was trying to be a third party, but there are no third parties in your relationship. You guys chat openly. You're communicative. You and your person. You spend time together communicating things and what you want to do on your next date. You know, about having children together. Yeah. So maybe this golden energy is starting to find that out and realizing that like lust and greed, by any means necessary, and being inconsiderate won't get them what they want. Because whomever that this is that they're trying to get is smarter than that. Yeah, they're like, nah, I'm not gonna be trapped. Okay. Yeah, this is about somebody trying to be into someone else. Ooh, this person is getting caught up also in this criminal umbrella, is what I'm understanding, because it's umbrella right after that. So I just mentioned the RICO crimes, right? So that's how this is working out. Maybe this gold digger energy was one of the highest funding, is what I'm understanding, highest funding individuals in the group. So they paid for a lot of the like watching and stalking and sending and like trying to hack you, and because those things cost money. It's not like one person does all of this stuff, right? They all have friends and resources that they know can do this and that and the other, etc., etc. Maybe what's throwing them overboard right now is understanding like this pregnancy is actually coming, like this is just going to happen, like it's inevitable. This baby, these babies is what I'm hearing. Babies. Okay. So some people may be having multiples, is going to happen on vacation. And so this is one of those instances where somebody also thought that you were being the someone else in your new person's life. But again, you guys hadn't connected. You guys, the pregnancy is either started again. It's something about that. So this is newer and it's older and from energy. Like people just always assume that you out and you down to cheat. And it's like, well, hasn't anybody heard the old saying, like how you get them is how you lose them? So why would I be cheating with somebody? And then same for the cheater. Like if you're cheating with somebody, don't you realize that you're going to lose that person, because the new person that you're going to after you leave the person that you cheated on for the new person, because you're going to probably cheat on that new person too, because the two-faced energy is the two-faced energy. So what I'm understanding is like leaving on your own recognizance and not being cheaters, is why this vacation pregnancy happens. It's also why this criminal umbrella happens, because whatever someone else was saying about somebody else being two-faced and a gold digger and played out and looking for this and looking for that, it was all lies. Oh gosh. This is full. This reading is chocked full. Spirit just said, go to the table. Go to the table. Go to the table. We won't. Yeah, go to the table. And I also had like been hesitant because I know that a lot of these karmics want to know. A lot of these karmics, these karmic communities too, want to know what it is that's, the betrayal, like how things are going to work out for them, what's going to happen, blah, 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 what's coming towards them. Ooh. Okay, so yeah, so part of this is also for me to help other people. The reason why the I for an I came up is because it's like, it's kind of the same energy, like you have to pay it forward. No such thing as good or bad, right? So you have to pay it forward, right? Okay, So who was next in line to take the place of the collective once the collective was pushed out of the spot? That's now who you have to put into the spot and now do the things. I'm just delivering the message. You know, I didn't want to. I told you guys so from the gate. Like I've been stalling and stopping and moving away and saying no. Like, you know, oh, I don't want them to. That's my biggest fear. My biggest fear is that people that act like this are going to receive exactly what we're talking about here because they really are doing this. I don't know who this man is. I don't know who, like, I don't know who none of these people. I don't know who's getting this person pregnant. I don't know if somebody's worried about me personally, because it's like, you know, we kind of have some, you know, identifications here somewhere in these things. Like that's why we get the downloads. That's why we get the information. That's why we're the key. You know what I mean? But anyway, like, you know, somebody worried about like me going on vacation and getting pregnancy. That's not your business. Maybe that's also like why, like part of this community, like in reverse, understanding like why they couldn't make you homeless, right? Why it turns out that you really are, because this is not true about you. It's the reverse, right? You're not a swindler, right? You're not impulsive and ignorant and rash, right? You're not foolish. You're not reflecting no more on Jack because it's not your time for reflection either. I'm glad these cards come out the way they did. You're not reflecting because the spirit says like it says it's the truth. Yeah, that's maybe what this gold digger was saying. Like they realized too that it's like it's not this, it's not that, it's not this, it's not that. It's this lover. Oh, the roots. Yeah, there was some energy I felt the other day too. Like the roots are getting stronger. My baby girl had me looking at roots and checking out roots as we was walking the other day from different trees that looked like different animals. I'm like, there was one, she was just like, that's an alligator. That's two alligators. And I was like, those are tree roots. But yes. But anyway, like, yeah, you're not in this reflecting energy. You already reflected on everything. That's what the community is realizing. You're not in this, you're not homeless and you're not in the selfish and rash energy, you know. You're not unemployed because as a business owner, I don't know, there was something about that. Like, yeah, you're not left out of what? Places people you don't want to be around. Like, what the heck? You're not hungry or thirsty. What do the girls do now? They do this with their nails to make that noise. I don't know. You're not bankrupt and you're not wandering. You're also not the swindler. You ain't no swindling. They're realizing these people, that someone else, the one who's actually the gold digger, is two-faced. They're realizing that. They realize also that you're not like it's not that you're, you know, basically you're not dodging bullets either. Because I feel like nothing can come towards you though. Like the reason why is like you don't need to block negativity and escape crazy people and like be protected from haters because like you don't need the dodging the bullets because it just doesn't. It just doesn't stick. It can't come. It can't. You ain't even got to do nothing. Ooh. Maybe it's also because you dodged bullets. Oh, okay. So no, actually, yeah, that too. It's like it didn't come out for nothing. But also you dodged bullets by not being loyal to these people, whoever this gold digger is, by not being loyal to this person, because this one came out in reverse. For moving on, because you were unhappy. They weren't loyal to you. They weren't really your friend. They weren't really devoted either. Yeah, and you also realized it wasn't like you weren't devoted to your path if you kept that way. You weren't devoted to yourself even by being in relationships where it's about the other person and not your needs, right? And you had to reestablish that ability to devote yourself too. I keep hearing that song, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. All right, who's the next one about? Ooh, ooh. Maybe it's because you mask how established you are too, like all the things that you figure out that you can do or want to do or need to do, etc., etc. Like there's so many. You realize a lot too about like the cycles of life. That may also be what you study too. Is like you study the cycles of life That was in my other reading too, when we got from the Creative Whack Pack about like thinking about your idea and knowing like, okay, is it better to do it now or should I launch this 6 months from now? And it's better if I do it this way. There was also a download that I got on that where somebody just needs to plan all of the virtual meetings for a specific time frame. Like they know what time frame it is, but there's somebody in the collective or that's going to hear this message that you need to schedule all of those virtual ones for this specific time frame so that you can be where you need to be is what I heard. But anyway, yeah, people realize that you weren't masking anything and you understood the energy of like what goes up must come down. So if they throwing up all these rumors, they gonna come back down eventually. Like I said, it was gravity, right? There was a reading that I did on gravity. Like if these people don't believe in God, they don't believe in, this, they don't believe in that, they don't believe in none of that. Okay, they gotta believe in gravity. They ain't floating around. So what goes up must come down. And this has also been a heavy download that I got too. Like these people who, okay, so if you up in the ethers, if you're in, the dream world trying to, attack people and doing stuff in the spiritual realm, attacking people, and then you're also doing it down here on this plane, it has become them. It is what, as above, so below. When they match, everything go. As above, so that's why some people had to ascend because they were doing a little bit of both, right? They knew where the good was. They kept doing, this other stuff. And they was just kind of like, okay, no. And then you become the good, right? That's why it's called good, right? Because it's good. But anyway. I'm a dog, I'm a mother. Ooh. Okay, this is back to the older feminine energies. Aunts, could be uncles for your divine masculine. Just take it how it resonates. So there's one that you may realize perhaps like talks like you or sounds like you. There's another one who you may see that they have went into a career line that you like were in before. Like, I don't know. And you don't really think of it. It's not really, you don't care. Or maybe like something that you thought you would do when you were a kid. Like, let's say for instance, I always wanted to be a ballerina when I grow up. And let's say for instance, one of my aunts, let's say that was the destiny swapping. They knew about this and they destiny swapped and they opened a ballerina school and all this other stuff, right? Let's just say that was a scenario. So it's kind of giving that energy, like where this person may have went towards a profession that you actually like. It was a creative thought that you had. They maybe even asked you, but you were too young to understand like the conversation and like what they were using it for. Okay, so that's the part of it. They were stealing your innocence in that aspect of like your innocent creativity. So that's people that stole that type of thing from you, where it's like, okay, they, made sure to encourage you in other directions. That's unfortunate. Yeah. What they're realizing now is that they've either been dealing with or that they are a narcissist. And if they've been dealing with the narcissist, if they haven't realized it until as of late, they likely have a lot of narcissistic tendencies. They're probably a like recovering narcissist at this point if they are realizing that they've been dealing with one. If they are an actual narcissist, they got a lot of work to do. Yeah, whoever this does whoever this narcissist energy is that may be working, maybe this is like an uncle or someone that's working with the uncles. I don't know. But whomever this energy is, or the aunts, however it works, they feel like they're not jealous. They don't want what you want. Um, they're not angry at you. They're better. They're no, they see your value. And they wish you well, and they know that you don't have a wandering eye or whatever this person is trying to say now. This is a different tune, is what I'm understanding. They're not threatened by you. They're not talking mess about you. Yeah, it's this mother, your mother, that's been out here talking mess. So your narcissist mother has been out here talking mess. Now they're out here talking reverse mess. Oh, but they don't realize like they're still doing the same thing. Oh no, I'm not jealous. It's like they're not admitting the truth still. They've been out here lying. Whoever this narcissist mother is has been out here lying because narcissists don't do nothing but lie. Let's just create the reality for everybody. So they've been out here lying, talking mess about you. Now to try to cover up them talking mess, now they're saying this. No, I'm really happy for them. No, like they're acknowledged even though they're threatened. So they're threatened by the fact that you're a queen rising, but they're acknowledging it too. They're having to, they don't have a choice. But the way they're choosing to acknowledge it is still in the wrong. Like they're still trying to take from you. They're still trying to like diminish the fact that you're your own person and that you can do well and that you can do exceedingly good. It's kind of one of those like, it's a parent who would never cheer their child on, who wouldn't show up at anything their child is doing. It's just not that important. And then when the child shows up and becomes a star player and the coach and everybody else turn this child into a star player, then they want to come and say, oh, this child, that parent that comes back, the parent that was never around that wants to come back and steal the child's shine and say, oh, this person, they don't deal with me. Or, how you see stuff like that, like people's parents coming out of the woodwork. Oh, what's her name? The athlete, the girl who's the athlete who got married to the young guy. And they are such a cute couple. The Olympic athlete, the Olympic gymnast. Let me fix that. Something may be up with this person's health too. This parental figure. Yeah. But yeah, maybe this person even lied about your health. Maybe they lied about your heart, your mind, and your body. And as it turns out, you got a like excellent bill of health. Maybe this person lied about your health, saying that I don't know. Let's get a little bit more tea on that. Oh, somebody mama stanky as they come, hey? Stanky as they come. I told you this is that vomit part of it. This is that vomiting energy. Yeah. Maybe this person wanted you to marry or be with certain people. They thought like, oh, giving it time would work. And I saw that no behind it. I did, but I didn't. But I saw the no behind it. Because it was like, give it time. It was like, no. Like, no. Yeah. They also knew that it was just a matter of time that people would actually realize that you're not on some type of high horse, that you are a dependable person. It is good, dependable to own, like a horse, like a champion horse. Okay. Dependable to own. Do things to your detriment. So like you are someone that will give everything that you have and need to. But you've also learned how to not create faulty foundations. Like this is the energy of this narcissist. Oh wow. So they fronted like they were dependable to own and that they would work to their detriment, but that was a faulty foundation and they're in need of a lot of work. And yeah, it's partly because they've been a workhorse and people see them as fine on the outside, but unstable inside. And they're really proud of this narcissistic parent who feels like, oh, I'll just give it time. I'll just give it time. That's maybe what they're telling people on the other side. Like, no, I've learned that you got to give it time with people like this. They may be saying something like that, but that's all a bunch of bull. This person is a narcissist. Maybe that's what they're telling people. Yeah, they should know they're being fooled. They are severely being fooled. They are severely being fooled. They need to check this person's heart, mind, and body is what I'm hearing. Like this person is probably in some stages of needing to get well or be well or get a checkup, have some new healthy choices and changing in their diet or exercise. So what I'm understanding is this is giving energy of like, I don't know, just forgetting things, losing things, doing erratic things, like just really weird things that I don't know if you've ever lived around people who are with Alzheimer's, but they can do really weird things and they don't see people as who they are. You know what I mean? Also kind of that plaguing on the mental instability. So this narcissist mother may be like going to have like a quick decline into dementia or something is what I'm hearing. Yeah. Maybe it's a lot of this talking mess, this rumors and gossip and trying to be nosy in your business, even by doing so, like finding out what other people know by giving them some rumors and gossip, right? They had their head in the clouds. This was a delusion. This was all some like hopes and dreams. You see, this person is out in the wilderness, right? I just want to explain where the proximity of this person, this narcissist mother, that keeps coming up. Yeah. Maybe even this narcissist mother was the one who coached people to try to make you getting your feelings, or coach people to give you the silent treatment and make you feel left out. That's horrible. Yeah. Maybe because you distanced yourselves from you as a way of protecting yourself. Yeah. That's not wrong. Yeah, it's because you distance yourself from them. And they were hoping that giving it time, like doing this talking the rumors, talking mess, and then telling people not to deal with you, and that maybe they were even saying that, like, oh yeah, it's her, like maybe they were saying that you were crazy. Maybe that's this narcissist mother's thing, like to get people to do whatever they want them to do. But you were protected from all of that, whatever it was that they were trying to coach. So now there's this different song. That's why there's this different song. Because I was like, well, wait a minute, weren't they on some other stuff? Like, oh yeah, no, I'm not hating on them. And it's like, but you told us this stuff. Like this is that Jenga thing. Oh, okay, so this is where that download. So I got another download about like how I'm supposed to further explain Jenga and how the Jenga works. So when someone tells a lie on someone else, it's not the person that they're telling a lie on whose Jenga gets like a tower. It's the person that was actually telling the lie because it belongs to them. Smelt it, dealt it kind of energy. So that's also what you need to know about that. Is like when they start to sing a different tune, it's because their lies are catching up with them. It's that whole like gotta tell a different lie to get past with the lie, to get past with the lie, to get past with the lie. But people are really realizing that this person is a grudge holder and that they were just hustling them. They were just hustling them. They were just hustling them. Maybe now this person is going to switch the narrative after you leave them out or something like that. Like maybe whomever you're getting involved with, y'all don't do this kind of drama and mess and, backbiting kind of, type energy. So maybe they're going to try to spread a rumor like, oh yeah, this person was marrying for money and they left me for money. But no, in reality, that's not why they're shattered. Okay, let's just spread that energy and understand it's the fact that they kept try to make you out to be someone that you're not. This narcissist parent had this, ego trip. Maybe even this person traveled to do things, or traveled to do things to kind of like bring your stuff to an end. Interesting. What other cards we got? Let's see. Let's mix some more in because this is quite tantalizing to the ear. Wow, so many people getting exposed. Yeah, you moved on from this because I just saw the move on card. Yeah, there's no issues for you with child services either. Maybe that's something else that this person was trying to put together. Yeah, they couldn't forge this like image about you that you weren't a good parent. Yo, this person's out of control. Yeah, or that you were in some type of love triangle. Like, yo, what is wrong with people? This is the mother of someone who's the opposite of what they say, but that's likely because that's this person. Like this person is likely the type of person, like who knows, they may have gotten married to the person they're with and was the person that their person cheated with. You know what I mean? Like even though they got married, but this narcissist mother was the person but then they're going to put that on their child. They're going to try to make their child out to be that. So nobody ever dirt digs back into their energy. Nobody ever looks at them and says, oh, well, who's the one in the family with the problems? That's what this person does. That's what this narcissist is all about. Making sure that everybody feels like somebody else is the problem and not them. That's how narcissists get down, though. Like, if we're talking about narcissistic behavior, that's grade A crazy. Grade A crazy. Grade A crazy. That's why a lot of people, that's a narcissist scarcity tactic. You know how they get down? I dated this narc and I used to wonder, like, why would he expose his family's, like, drama on Facebook? Like, yo, everybody you know is on there. And he's like, yeah. I'm like, no, what's the point? What's the point? Like, what are you trying to cover up? Like I found out later, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Ooh, yeah. So they tried to call you a copycat. They tried to say that you had, you know, some type of STD or something like that, this mother energy. They also said that you were the copycat, but you weren't the copycat. They also said that you didn't have anything going on, that you couldn't make nothing for yourself, but in reality, it's actually them. I'm getting an energy like this is not somebody who just has past due bills, but it's like they don't have an actual checking account at a real bank or anything like that. This person is maybe cheated on their spouse too, and they said that that was your energy, but it wasn't, and that you're not salty. Like that's the issue that they have with you too, is that you don't care about whatever anybody's done. Wow, the fact that you don't care, that you could sit right next to the butcher and not care at all about the fact that they butchered you. Like you just don't give a flying foo. You don't care what kind of picture they tried to paint. Wow. Yeah, now this person is just creeping. Whoever this narcissistic mother is, they're creeping because they're blocked. That's what the energy that they sit in. How long has this been going? Ooh, an hour and 15 minutes? It sounds like it. It's probably been like 15 minutes for each person so far. Okay, let's see. And pull this down, and then this is gonna be the last set of cards that I pull on an energy, because so far we gotten quite a few different people exposed here. So let's see what else is there to know. Ooh, you're moving into this kangaroo, this roo energy, family unity. Ah, we just saw the baby too, and then kangaroos everybody always thinks about the pouch, right? And that they'll knock you out too. Oh yeah, see the strength is there. Like yeah, everybody knows now. You a roo, you a roo. You roll with the punches. You ambitious and you protection, and you have a lot of ambition protection. So you have a lot of protection over the things that you are ambitious and desire to move forward towards. There's this ease of movement. I've never seen this card before. There's this ease of movement, home away from home, and aggressive protection. Like I said that from the gate. You protected. You protected, you protected, and unbothered. You protected. Yep, this offer is protected too, and will be unbothered by this groupie energy. Okay, all right, okay, all right, okay, all right, okay, all right, all right. They're actually exhausted. I don't know, there's something going on. There's some type of weird, like, I don't know, maybe it's all the stuff hitting people. So it's like they're getting all this like depressing news from other people, and they're starting to realize too, like, oh dang. So they're getting bad news from people around them. And instead of them telling the truth and like just getting their drama off their back, they try to say, oh, well, no, it's because this person is old. It's because this person is this. It's because this is this and this. It doesn't have anything to do with this. But they know, because why else would it come up? That's what they're starting to arrive at, is like, well, why does what I did to the collective come up every time I hear something or every time I get information that's bad? It's like their fear, right? Again, your fear is that they won't get the picture, and they'll do this until it just completely ruins everything around them, or it completely ruins them, that they have to leave this, this lifetime. And you won't be seeing them next lifetime too. Yeah. This is happening because they could not isolate you. They could not isolate you from what? Like your own like good sense? What the hell? Like the mind magic tricks didn't work. No, Pinky. That was something they was up to. They couldn't isolate you. You rejected all of them. You decided to leave them all alone, and that's how you treat those energies. You're conserving and saving, like, even if it's not your finances, like you're just making healthy choices. You're being very intelligent. You're not running away with your spending. You're doing things in moderation. You're thinking about what you're planning for in the future, et cetera, et cetera. Maybe that's something that they didn't realize too, is that you learned a lot of lessons about lack mindset and how to work on that by having that time alone. When they thought they were isolating you, you were learning. So it's kind of like they didn't expect the lessons to be learned in this time to be towards other things that would actually benefit you even more. And that's what happened. You lost all, control of being in a lax mindset. You no longer could connect yourself to that energy anymore. It just didn't exist for you. It doesn't appeal to you. It doesn't even appeal to you in the sense of like being afraid of it, because it's like, well, why would I not have? Why would I'm always going to be able to do? And you have a multitude. I'm hearing like a plethora, like a trough of ideas, of opportunities, of things. Yeah, you're going to be having employees. Everything that you do has an employee. You not working, it's an employee. Yeah. Maybe that's what they didn't understand. Yeah, you don't have any legal issues either. There's not some snotty nose looking nasty psychopathic lawyer that's going to come into any courtroom and do anything. No. I don't know. I'm getting reminded of that reading that I did about the lawsuit, the attorney or the case or whatever. Yeah, I'm hearing like words in the office around the water cooler at at the office. I kept hearing at the office, but it's like the office is the courthouse office where they go to go eat their snacks and stuff. The word around the courthouse office is it's how like you tore that courtroom apart, but in the most distasteful way ever. You did everything looking like a queen. And every instance of sentimentality and kindness and help should have been bestowed and extended towards you. And now that maybe like if you leave the courtroom and you're saying, okay, well, I'll dismiss the case without prejudice, to go back and account for this now. Like maybe that happens with someone case. But it's like, okay, you can meditate and rest and retreat in the fact that, moving forward, you already know you got your ducks in a row. You got everything you need. I don't know. There's something about that. Like maybe there was some attorney that thought that they could scare you or something, is what I'm getting. Yeah, there's some psychopath who's been using some like, I hear jailhouse lawyers. Oh, people need to get it together. There's an ascension happening. It's not the same times as it used to. Remember the time. It's not. I don't. I don't think they expected for things to progress like this. Like there have been plenty of different types of criminals and different type of criminal activity and actions taking place on the planet that it took a long time for things to catch up. There's certain things that these people know that they shouldn't be doing. Like if this is an underworld dark type of energy that they know they shouldn't be doing, that they've been doing as well. So that's also a part of it. Like they know the rules. It's kind of what I'm getting here. Yeah. Yeah, there's some facts coming to light or something here about your wealth and your success, and that you're like you were reaching for the details of all of this. You were reaching for the details back then, and that's why you're able to see all the symbolic seeds, like the symbols of luck and hope and reason. Even through like what they say is cantankerous, like through hard times, like that you won't allow anything to control you. That's why maybe people say, "Oh, this person needs control," and it's like, no, this is not someone who's under the misconception, this is not an emotional roller coaster type person. This person doesn't go through bouts of moods and let them stand in their way. They go through the bouts and moods and they accept them. Like for some of you divine feminines, you may even like be noticing that like, okay, I'm more so recognizing my PMS even, so I'm paying attention to, breast sensitivity as well as attitude, right? It's kind of like, I don't know. Yeah. You're getting all the needed info, maybe even just about yourself, even. And maybe divine masculines are, essentially, divine masculines will always benefit from the things that divine feminine understands, explores, and knows, and stuff like that, too. Oh, okay. What I'm getting here is like, there's either somebody who's like losing out on a family and they've come to that epiphany. Like there's somebody who's kind of gotten the message that they're not going to be a part of their family anymore or something like that. And they've come to that acceptance. There's also another energy where there's a family who understands that a father, like they knew the father giving the message was in the reverse, and they knew that the father's message was wrong too. They knew that. Or maybe that's what they're coming to realize. Like, oh dang, because this person wasn't a good person, we couldn't trust that what they were saying was right. Like, come on. This seems like child's play. Maybe that's why everybody thought like that's the whole thing about it too. Like people saying like, "Oh, you were an easy target." No, the people that they got to believe whatever they believe, those were the easy targets. Those were the people who let those morsels of whatever it is, because oh, it's on this phone too. Hold on, let me see what this thing says, because it says something about like what. Okay, the only thing I did find was the little note that I had about the Bible being a double-edged sword. So essentially the way it goes in is the way it goes out. Like if it was like, I don't know, it's something about a double-edged sword though. Like these people should have known. It didn't seem good. It didn't feel good. It didn't taste good. Like even if what you were hearing didn't, that should have been your inclination to move away from it. You know, why associate yourself with knowledge of even such things is what I'm hearing. I don't know who that's for, but apparently somebody needed it to be explained like that. But that may be the epiphany that some people are having as their families are, you know, having all this chaos and trauma. Okay, so that's what this next set of cards is on. Okay, this is the last one, I promise. It's as long as I don't know what. There's a lot of people involved. Oh, dang, now all the cards are mixed back together too. Yep. Okay, we'll see what we get. This is going to be the last pull. Or am I supposed to pull? Okay, I'm going to use a different deck to do this last little pull. Yep. Everybody's trying to, yeah, it's all this love affair energy. And now you're finally getting this, this promise. Yeah, again, this is everybody's fear. This is what they've been so afraid of. And that's why it's becoming a reality. That's how people make their realities and fear. Some people are knowing that just because of the way that they're with that you've withdrawn from them, or you know what I mean, that they've really lost. So it is what it is. They're facing, maybe even that they're cursed, like to have to, and cursed, by cursed it means like maybe even having to face, you know, their fears and learn their lessons through what does all this mean if this actually happened, and this was the one thing, like this actually happened, and this was the one thing that like I didn't want. Like they persevered with like removing themselves from me. Like, what is this? I thought I was gonna puppet them forever, back and forth. Yeah, no. Yeah, they couldn't create this natural disaster like for you to like mishap yourself, like for you to put yourself in, you know, yeah, you're always out here merit making. You're always out here trying to find ways to make sure that you're bringing the right things into your life. Yeah, that's the only strategy you have. Like if this is a strategy, you don't feel like it's a strategy, right? To do good things, to be good to people. Like, is that a strategy, or is that just kind of like a way of life? Because that's what I'm getting. It's like you see it as a way of life. Somebody's trying to mess with my throat chakra like right now. That's maybe even why your person or your person's family likes you. Yeah. Maybe someone is living and learning like, yeah, that maybe they tried to cause a natural disaster between, you know, you and your family, or your person and their family, or your person's family and you or something. But they're living and learning. Yeah. But everything that you were working towards is coming in right on schedule. Yeah, this conflict couldn't hold up. Yeah, this conflict couldn't hold up against this promise because it was right in front. Yeah, all this bullying couldn't hold up. Yeah, because now you and somebody else are like finding all this wealth and the investments that you made with each other, and you have these like mega projects together. Wow, as soon as you guys move in, you're getting started on all your mega projects. Nice. Those are the things that you guys are going to be puppeting and confining yourselves to with each other. Oh, how sweet. I like this. Yeah, using your imagination on how to, you know, further, you know, develop. Yeah, it's a lot of like happy daydream, like glowing energy is what I'm hearing. A lot of glowing energy. Yep. Yep. And you know that essentially you being with your person essentially does stop all of this. Like that's what now is being understood. The protests against something will be stopped once it is something. So that's also a part of the reason why, you know, the two introverts are, you know, most equipped. I don't know. There's something here. What is this one? Yep. Most equipped for this alliance here. Yep. This merit making alliance is on schedule. All the whatever alliances you've been making merit for is on schedule. It's on schedule. Ooh, I heard we don't have to take our clothes off to have a good time. Oh no, we can dance and party all night and drink some cherry wine. Uh-huh. Okay, I hope that this has been helpful and insightful in some way, shape, or form. Don't even trip off all this past energy because all of your merit making is on schedule to bring you into this alliance with this loyal dog energy. I'm a dog, I'm a mutt, I'm a dog. Yep. All right, I hope that this has been helpful and insightful in some way, shape, or form. Numbers 8, 76, 64, add them up, 10, whatever you need to do. 63, 61 too. Maybe that has something to do with family, living and learning, because it's right over those, the 61 and 63, um, and 64. Okay. As maybe if there's some individuals that are between those ages, maybe they'll be in their merit making stages and they're scheduled, if they live and learn. So maybe that's for family members. Are there younger family members? There's like 8 younger family members, maybe around the ages of between 27 and 38, and maybe 46 and 48 as well, that have an opportunity to do their own thing and focus on their own life. But they have to do that first. They have to cultivate that energy of focusing on their own life. Yeah. Yep. 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 It's that learn and guide energy. Like they have to learn how to guide themselves on what merit making really is. They really, or, look for the right guides. They have to learn how to schedule out things, maybe even, like again, understanding how finances work, how money energy works, and all that other good stuff. How to get rid of lack mindset, and then how to cultivate an alliance. How, after you've learned to be a good person, then you can cultivate alliances. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, there a lot of these individuals are still in this energy of being afraid that they won't accomplish this goal. And again, whatever their fears are becomes a reality. So again, we're fearful of that too for them. We're fearful that they won't get their minds right and it'll destroy them completely. That is our biggest fear. Like we hope, you know what I mean? That the collective really do sit around hoping that you guys figure it out and don't destroy yourselves. And but we are not here to preach that to you. We're just here to teach you, whatever it is, whatever we can. Hopefully we can get y'all some understanding on how to receive the goal of justice in your life, how to face your fears so that they don't become you. Anyway, I hope that this has been helpful and insightful in some way, shape, or form. Catch you on the next later.